Live.
Live.
We're live.
Hello, hello.
I'm Shiv.
And I'm Samaj. Welcome, welcome.
Welcome to the Sunday Sit.
The Sunday Sit.
Meditation series that is starting weekly. So we're going to be here every week, Pacific time, noon. Perhaps that would have been noon Pacific time. I'm not quite sure why I did that backwards.
It's a test.
Yes. Anyway, noon Pacific, and we'll be here every Sunday. And we're letting this inform us. So in a world of prescriptions, in a world of you need to do this and you need to do that, and it should be done this way and that way, we're saying, fuck that, and we're going to do it how it informs us. So the first information was to get it going. So here we are. I think this is like the third week or something.
Yeah.
It feels like that.
Yeah.
It feels like it's about the third week. I'm not keeping count because I've got to just come every week. That was the information. Come every week, be open, stay curious, and let it inform. And so that's what we're going to do.
Absolutely.
We're going to let it inform.
Why are we here?
Why are we here?
Yeah, why are we here?
We're here because in a world that is so busy, that has us running around in the business of busyness, right? Our value coming from how busy we are and how many things we can accumulate.
How many things did you do today?
Oh, so many things. You would not believe it.
Yes.
I was busy.
I was busy.
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 Busy doing what? Show me something that you've built. You see, if we were ants, we'd have something to show for our busyness, but we are not ants. But we run around like we are without something to show at the end of it. And quite often the things that we're pursuing may not actually be what really makes us, what really fills our hole, what really fills our hunger, our soul hunger. So that's why we're here. We're here to see what's really inside. Just like Joseph Campbell said, we have to give up the life. Sometimes we have to give up the life that we imagined for ourselves in order to live the life that we were born for, meant for, right? Well, as well as that, sometimes we've also got to give up the life that everyone else expects us to have. And that might even be someone as close as the person next to you, right? So it can be challenging. And you want to get yourself sorted out, right? You want to find out what's inside, because then that can inform you. And once you start to inform yourself, well, now you can make more informed choices. And life might feel like a little bit smoother. Always going to have its challenges, but they may just feel like they fit you better, right? That's right. You've got to hit the go live. You've got to hit that. Samaj is really out of...
no, I can't.
Can you put the mute on, please?
I couldn't see. My eyes aren't as good as
so
they
anyway,
used to be.
and I'm sure that the rambling or whatever this prologue is, as we come in, will also sort itself out. Turning up, that's what we're doing. We're turning up, you're turning up. And if you're here, let us know. Let me know.
Say hey.
Say hey. Or you're just going to leave me talking to an empty room. Don't do that to me. Please say hello. I'd love to know. Anyway, I do actually want to say that I've missed being able to come and share with you over this past, whatever it's been since the old fallout of Kundalini and all of that matter. For me it was that and a broken tooth, which brought on a whole bunch of other stuff, and menopause, and what a 2 years it's been. So here we are, we bring ourselves here kind of on the other side, and that's where we're going to start our meditation today, is being on the other side, right? So I don't know about you, because you haven't told me if you're here, so I don't know who you are, but maybe like me and like him, you're on the other side of 55 or 50, or just kind of the other side, you know what I mean. And as much as society might think of that as being old or whatever, there are societies that think of that as being wise and our wisdom. And so there is a lot that we bring, that we have arriving here on this side, that we've never had before. There's a lot happening we've never had before. But we also bring to it something that we've never had before, and that is the experience of all that has brought us up to here, which is a lot,
Yeah.
right?
Absolutely.
I know you've gone through a lot, because you wouldn't be here if you hadn't, right? If you were plain sailing, and show me someone who has plain sailing anyway, may look like it. So we come here with that, and then we might also, this is why we need to take a beat at this point, because we might not want to continue with the same attitude that we had during all of that experience, right? We are in a different phase, so we may just want to take a beat, take an inventory where we are, what's going on, so that we can inform how we go forward. Because if we keep going in a pace or in a direction that is not fulfilling to us on that level that we are now seeking, we're going to feel an empty hole. We're going to keep feeling that, is this it? Right?
Absolutely.
And so we want to not be the hungry ghost. Remember the hungry ghost with the thin neck, the big belly, the through the world. I mean, I don't know why, that just makes me feel so sad, because that's how I felt for so long. Like I was that hungry ghost walking through the world with a big old smile on my face and a cocktail in my hand, going, oh, you know, and being very, very busy and very, very important, right? And very, very, very sad. So let's find out from ourselves, like allow ourselves, maybe make a date with yourself. Maybe this is something that you can do, is to make this date with yourself at noon on Sunday, that you're doing nothing but listening to whatever someone's rambling on about, but whatever, this is my time, right? Everything else is turned off. And then you get to go quiet with yourself and see, right? Because we don't want answers that we can predict and that are prescriptive, because that's what we're just talking about. That's out the window. What we want to know is what's holistic to me, which is different to you. And so we don't want to say this is the way that you do it and then modify. What we want to do is, these are the kinds of questions that we're asking. Which is one of the conversations we are having this week, right?
That's right.
Because Mind was talking to me about questions, that the quality of the questions sometimes can be questionable, right? And our answers, the quality of our answers, is very, very much dependent on the quality of our questions. So if we keep asking the same questions in the same way, or even if we try and rephrase them, we're going to keep getting the same kinds of answers.
Absolutely.
And if we keep trying to follow someone else's way, well,
We never find our own way.
we never find our own way. So that, again, coming back to, you said, why are we here? We're here to find our own way, right? To be able to share, and not share the actual how, but more to share the questions one might have asked and the results one might have got, and sparks and inspiration, which can go a lot further than motivation steps, listicles, and all of that 5-part plan, do this, do that, do the other, right? Because it's generally a lot of bullshit anyway. The things that people tell you to do, they're not doing them. So that's what's like so hoaxy about it, because I don't like it. Because I want to say I'm doing this or I'm not doing this. And anyway, what fit once might not fit later, right? And what might not be in season back then or now may for someone else be in season because it's not in season. There's just all kinds of, we just got to find our own way. But how can we do that when we're in a world that always wants to tell us how to be? What to think? So this is your date with yourself to start entering into your insides so that you can work in, so that then on the outside you can work it out. You can start asking questions to take you in the direction. Imagine if you're asking for directions in the car, and you keep asking for the wrong directions, and you keep arriving at the wrong destination, and you're like, why am I not getting there?
Why? Good question.
Or not good questions.
Or not good questions.
Not good questions.
Yeah.
Let's look at that again. So, anyway, What we're going to do now is we're going to sit. Now, you can either sit with your eyes closed or not. This is up to you. Some people find that to be too traumatic. So if you don't want to close your eyes, that's fine as well. But if you can close your eyes, if you can get a little softer, right, with yourself. Can you get a little softer with yourself? So I'm going to close my eyes.
I will as well.
Okay. We're going to take a lesson from the trees today. So as we close our eyes, let's just take a couple of breaths here. I just breathing in and breathing out. If you would like to put one hand on your belly and one hand on your heart, you certainly can, if that helps you feel, well, helps you feel, number one, but definitely helps you feel connected. So a hand on the belly, hand on the heart. And then you can be leaning against something. You do not have to be sitting totally upright, but you do want to be here, right? We're not trying to escape in this moment. You are this living, breathing thing that gets yourself around, does all the things on your to-do list, does all the things you don't want to do, does all the things, and yet you barely even know what's going on. Where's your breath right now? How deep is it? It doesn't have to be. It's not about how deep it is. It's just about where is it? How does it feel? Is it relaxed? Is there a little tightness? Is it weird now that you just suddenly started thinking about it? And feeling it settle. It's kind of like water that you've jiggled around. You've been moving around, you've jiggled the water around, and then you put the pail down of water, and it starts to settle. It's the breath settling in. Eyes relaxing, face relaxing, just noticing if you're holding any tension there. And as we think about holding tension in the face and relaxing and letting that go, thinking about the shoulders on the next exhale, and just letting them melt a little bit softer, right? Everything just a little bit softer. That's what we want. Coming down into the chest area, feeling that softness there. There's a heart pumping under there, your heart. Every single person around you, as much as we may say someone is heartless, there is not a heartless person. It's there. Perhaps it's a long time since it's been seen and felt. But if we tuned in, we'd recognize that whether we see it or feel it or not, it's working all the time because we're still here. It doesn't have to be seen and felt, and yet it still works. It's a miracle of our body. Imagine if we were not seen and we worked and worked and worked and worked and worked and worked, no reward. In fact, sometimes just really treated quite badly. We wouldn't want to come back. This heart of yours and of mine will do its best every single time to keep its beat. This simple breath that you're taking, you're just minding your breath, is the result of miracles going on inside of you. It's your messenger. It tells you how you're feeling. When you get anxious, nervous, even excited, you get short and shallow. When you're relaxed and content, it's long and slow. It's your messenger. It can also be your magic carpet. It can take you from one feeling to the other. It can take you from anxious to feeling a little calmer when we consciously tune in and slow it down. A little slower, and just by sitting with it, like sitting with a child, it becomes longer and slower. We look for lots and lots of solutions outside of ourselves. One of our biggest medicines we have available to ourselves is our breath. Because when we can listen to it and find out where it is and help steer it to the place where we know it calms, then we bring everything else along with us. This helps in situations where we're nervous. Perhaps we're taking an exam. Perhaps we have a big meeting. Perhaps we have a medical or dental procedure. All of these things that are really out of our control in a way once we get there. But when we bring our breath in, well, we can bring a little calm to the situation. And that's always a good foundation. There's nothing to do. There's no more to be. This here, this hand on your heart, that hand on your belly, you on you, connecting the two powerhouses, and then bringing your mind on board. This is where your power is. These are the places your power leaks out of when you feel down. So these are the places that you refill. These are the places that you become reacquainted with. These are the places you reconnect with. The simple breath going in, rising up the belly, heart beating, lungs expanding, the breath leaving, the belly falling, the heart beating, on and on. It's like Vegas. There's no time in here, no clocks. It's all just keeps on going until it doesn't. And then we start to pay attention. But really the invitation is to get to know it now. What's there now? What's important to you now? What if you didn't have to be more, do more? What if it was all there? You just needed to gather it up and make sense of it. Because it is all there. world will tell you all the things it thinks you need to be, because it has all the things it can sell to you so you can be what it thinks you should be and then sell you more. But you know that the biggest thing you can be is to be you. And in order to be you, you have to know who you are. And it's not who the world's told you. The you inside. The you that cares so much it aches to be known. Let it be known to you, so you can let it be known to the world. It's time to come into yourself. This week, the trees said that they let go, and we need to let go. But when we let go, it's not just that it's gone, because what happens to it? Where do we let it go? Where does it get collected, this trash of ours? Where does it go? There are no dumpsters for us to put it in. So it falls back on our ground like the leaf, and it composts back inside, composts back in. And so often we're trying to sweep up the leaves when really they're composting in. And that's on this side. This side we know that. This side our leaves have composted back in. We have let them go. We have let them back in. Transmuted and transformed. We are falling into ourselves, because this is our time to do that. We can catch ourselves. It's time to fall in. So a good place to look is, where are we falling out of ourselves? Where are we falling out of bounds with ourselves? Can we start to notice that so that we can fall in, all in? And letting that just ruminate in your mind. Set a little seed. Let it go. Let it compost inside. And start bringing yourself back. Just move your head around a little. You can take your hands away. Move the shoulders. I'm not opening my eyes right now because it feels so delicious, but you can start to open your eyes if you want. I have my eyes open now. Hey.
Hey.
Hey. Are you there? Somebody's here. We love you. Hey there, Adi Sundri. How lovely to see you, sweetheart.
Hello, hello.
Hello, hello. Yeah, fall in.
Fall in.
I like that visual of the leaves recomposting back in the forest, recomposting itself. Trees are so fascinating. Younger trees will allow themselves to perish in order for other trees to survive, and in doing so, you still feed the forest. I mean, just in these ways that we can look at nature for ourselves, and I think nature is like the big healer. So I'd love to know how nature helps you out, Sandra. I know you're out there, you're our nature woman.
Yes.
So so here we are. We'll be here every Sunday at noon, and we'll be doing Sunday Sit-MettaMe, metta, the Pali word for loving kindness. That when we can start to meet ourselves with kindness and with grace, that we might then start to like ourselves a little bit more. And when we start to like ourselves a little bit more, then we can really start to turn up the self-love. But it's really hard to love something that we don't like and that we don't know. So we're going to sit here. We're going to find out.
Let's start here.
Let's start right here and find our way together. So we hope that you can join us next Sunday at noon Pacific Standard Time for the Sunday Sit-MettaMe meditation.
Absolutely.
And until then, it's low tide today, so I'm super excited because
she's going to the beach.
I'm going to go draw in the sand.
She's
I'm going to my stick.
Yes, indeed.
So I will post some in the community because I have now found the community tab in here. So we'll use that a little bit more. Anyway, much love to you. Thank you for joining us, but most of all, thank you for making time for you, because this is your time. Thank you, Sandra. This is your time. And hopefully together, that if we come together, we can each get to take our own time and we get to do it together, which makes it really super special. So there you go. We love you so very much. Adi Sandri, much love.